Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Star Wars Let's Play. So, at the end of last episode, I asked you guys to weigh in on how we should maybe move the base around a little bit. I talked about moving the medical center down to somewhere in the south, so it's closer to some of the hydroponics rooms that we're adding, and maybe giving us more space to have like dedicated genetics and bionics labs, as well as just a generic hospital area. And so if you have weighed in on that, I appreciate it. I will not have seen those comments yet, however, because you will not have made them yet at the time I'm recording this, because I'm recording this immediately following last episode. So generally the way I do that is at some point on Monday or maybe during the weekend, I will record that week's episode or episodes of the various RimWorld series. So Tuesday's episode, which is going to be that last one, and Friday's episode, which is this one, will have been recorded at some point earlier in the week, and therefore, I won't be able to have seen your comments yet. However, before I record the next batch, I will have seen them, and so we will maybe start implementing some of that. It might not be immediate because these are big changes, and if we are going to move stuff that significantly, it is going to require us to mine out a pretty big area to accommodate it. So we'll enact them slowly, but it'll take time. Right, so let's get things moving again. And people are just kind of working right now. We've started mining out more of the prison area, which again may not remain the prison area, but I'm leaning more toward moving the sciencey stuff than the prison, just because again, it makes more sense to keep that stuff near a hydroponics room or rooms. Although I could move the kitchen with the prison or something. That's definitely possible. So there's a lot of options. Again, if you weighed in on that one and something today changes your mind, or you didn't weigh in on the last episode and you would like to make your voice heard regarding this plan, then certainly comment on this one with your ideas. But yeah, that is another option, is that this could be the dedicated medical hydroponics area, and maybe we just add more labs to the north here. The prison gets moved to the south with a kitchen somewhere nearby, and again, this will be another hydroponics area, so maybe that would be better because we'll have 8 hydroponics rooms potentially producing rice, and these 4 can be dedicated to other sorts of things like the raw medicine and whatnot, and they can still produce a little bit of rice as well. There's no reason we can't. It'll just be a little bit further to haul it, but it's no different than hauling the rice from here up to there, is it? And also, again, we wanted a central area for the hospital, and actually I guess what we could do, let's pause here and just kind of, we don't need to pause. Nobody's doing anything important right now, so time can continue to pass. We could turn this into a hospital, just knock down these center walls and make this one big hospital area, and then we'd have the various labs and stuff across the hallway here. That's a thought. Or again, we could just leave it up here and move the prison, which really only involves moving the quarry and the platforms and then sort of reallocating this big open space with walls. But it's easier to build walls than it is to mine out areas. So having this already mined out means things will move a little bit more quickly up here. But that's neither here nor there. Again, I want to hear what you guys have to say first, so nothing's going to happen today on that, or maybe not for a while. These insects are still not getting hauled to the freezer because there's still too much raw food there. I need to add, and I think I'm just going to do this right here, maybe. Let's see, where is the damn thing? I can't see, there we go. Yeah, if I throw down another one of these here, or I could put more of them in there even. How do I want to do this? I don't know yet. Let's just not worry about it. We have 60 meals right now. They're going to start making packaged survival meals, which is fine. And probably for the best, because we'll finally start using up some of that meat. It's just been sitting there. They actually overdid it slightly with these because we have, yeah, we have our 60 plus some. So that's interesting, but whatever. Togrul, how are you doing on healing? So you just have the one bite. Again, at the end of the last episode, Heth hit Togrul with some healing force magic, and that appears to have dealt with most of his injuries, but he is still slightly hurt. Oh, and there it goes. Apparently it's all gone now. So is that everybody healed? It looks like it, yeah. It certainly does. So everybody's all patched up. Almost like the insect invasion never happened, or infestation never happened. If not for the corpses all over the floor. I don't think anybody took any permanent injuries from that. I believe Yevra was the most badly injured. So she did get a minor scar on her left leg, which with that new surgery mod we can try to repair. So let's actually look into that. That might be something interesting to try today, because it's not a bad one. So in theory, her hand is the same deal. You're not like a prosophiles, are you? Oh, she is. Lacks bionic body part. Does the, I guess her hydraulic jaw doesn't count. Well, we'll give her a bionic hand or something, just to kind of appease her. But we're going to try to repair this leg injury. So, where is it? Harvest, harvest, harvest. Maybe the mod's not working. It's definitely installed and active. I made sure of that, so I'll have to check and see. That's a shame, though. Do we need to just give her more medicine available? No. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'll play with it off camera then and see if I can get it working. But it is definitely installed, and I made sure to activate it before I started recording the last episode, so it should be working in this one as well. But yeah, that'll be a nice alternative to having to replace every little minorly injured thing with bionics. Not that we aren't going to use bionics. Bionics are still going to be a big part of this playthrough, because again, that's one of our main research projects. But that way, you know, for minor injuries like that, we don't need to like cut off somebody's hand because they lost 10% efficiency in it, or in that case, her leg. How is this coming? Radius expands in 20 hours. That's not too bad. I think we only need 1 or 2 more expansions. Actually, this last one might be enough to do it, because there's only that little bit of water left there. You guys are smoothing out floors. That's great. We need to make sure we harvest that steel before we close in that wall, though. And it looks like the hallway temperatures are finally recovering. That's good. I mean, we have a lot of heaters working. Basically, at every dead end of the hallways, I'm putting in like a little heater nook. These are not heater nooks. These are where the doors would be if we built more hydroponics rooms. I just left those for reference, because if we decide to do that, I can mine it from here. These are already marble walls, so we can just start digging right into the granite. And I don't need to worry about alignment. It'll already be right there for me. And we don't need to tear down granite walls because they're already open. So we can just pop the door right in when we're ready. And now that everybody is healed, I think we will go ahead and look into this expedition here to deal with the Jackers of Torture. So let's just put together a little prospective caravan and see how this will go. So obviously we're going to want Heth. We'll bring Kenta. I think we'll bring Ox as well. And Salt. So our 4 like very heavily armored people. And we're not going to bring any animals. That's just more mouths to feed. Then we're going to want, how much food did that give us? 14 days. We only need about 4, as I recall. Yeah, 4.1. So 5 would be more than enough. And honestly, it's fine if you undershoot these a little bit in our Skyrim playthrough. At one point we went out on a mission and we didn't have enough food to get back, and your pawns can make it like 2 days without eating. So you don't want to, you know, you don't want to assume that they'll be fine short on food. But if they have to be short on food, it's generally okay. You just don't want them starving for like a week's worth of travel. But, you know, 1 or 2 days they'll live. They'll just be a bit unhappy when they get back. So I think 5 days worth of survival meals would be fine. And let's get rid of this. Let's get back to our caravan formation. Right, so I have to do all this all over again. And they're going to be trudging through the snow on foot here. I have been thinking about adding the mining shuttle mod to this playthrough. In the 40k playthrough, we have the vehicle mod that allows us to make APCs, or in our case a Imperial Guard Chimera, sort of assault vehicle. But in Star Wars, it doesn't really fit. They don't have, like, tracked vehicles. I mean, they might. I'm sure I could come up with something if I thought about it for a little bit, but they don't use them nearly as often. So I think a flying vehicle makes more sense for a Star Wars playthrough, and I think that shuttle would work quite nicely. So I may add that. It'll take us a little while to produce the stuff necessary to make it, but I think that'll be a lot more fitting than, again, having like a tracked vehicle. And it looks like they're on their way. I don't know why, but well, I guess they can't leave to the east. Yeah, maybe that's why, because there's too many mountains in the way. I guess that makes sense. We can't go east through here. Although if we dug deep enough into the mountain, maybe we could. But they're probably going to go around and come out this way or something. So I've completely forgotten about our other Force users. Maris, I'm sure, has leveled up a few times now. Yeah, so she's level 4 at this point. She still doesn't have a lightsaber, so I don't think giving her lightsaber offense necessarily makes sense here. She doesn't, yeah, none of these are really going to benefit her, although Force Pool will. So I'm thinking we'll go 2 points into that, and then I'm going to give her Force Pull as well as Force Push. Kind of keep her on those basic gray powers. And I imagine Zash is in a similar situation. Yeah, she's got 2 level ups. Let's give her 2 into Force Pull as well, just so that they can use those basic force powers a little bit more often. I'm going to lean Maris a little bit more dark side, though, I think. Whereas we had discussed leaving Zash, maybe initially a little bit dark side because of Heth's influence, but keeping her a little bit more gray. So giving her a nice balance of powers, maybe more on the healing side, for example. Possibly force defense too. Uh-oh. That's on this map, that's rarely a good thing. Okay, it's still indoors. It's still very cold in there, though. I always like to go through and just make sure we're building a roof over all this anyways, because we never know when some of it's gonna not have overhead mountain. So it's just sort of a safety measure. I always try to go through and tell them to build roofs wherever necessary. How are we doing down here with that? Not great. I didn't intend for them to roof that off, but if they're going to do it, may as well do it right. Also, this is open air, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that last episode, but this is open air. So basically the cold air is coming down from the top through the vent into this closed area. But that way we don't need to do a vent to the outside like this, where it's kind of exposed other than the chain link fence. This is still completely walled into the mountain. It just has a little vent up the top. And that works pretty well. And it looks like they did get this wind turbine done, so that's great. Right, let's keep things moving. So what is this? Just a bunch of limestone? Well, let's make sure that that gets used. So get all that floor up, and then go ahead and deconstruct those walls as well. Actually, this is all limestone too. So we'll take it all. And it looks like we might have to just dig all this out, or mine it all out and make proper marble walls there, because a lot of it's steel. And so if I'm going to have to do like a third of it, then I may as well just do all of it so it'll look consistent. Alright, let's jump to their location. And I don't like the way this kind of like rotates. It's realistic because we are, dealing with a globe here. But when you're zoomed in like that, it's kind of disorienting. Like, it doesn't quite rotate the way you'd think. But when you pan out, it makes perfect sense. Like, that's fine. But when I'm up here, it like almost messed my brain up. Right, so attack that outpost. 1.8 days. Is that longer than it was saying before? I mean, we gave them extra food. I think they'll be alright. I think they'll be okay. And again, if they're a day short on food, they'll live. They might not be super happy about it for a while, but they will. See, now my brain is like trying to, or maybe it's my eyes. It's expecting the camera to pan like it was on the map, but it's not doing that. It's my brain's having a hard time, like focusing on the screen. Yeah, I don't think this was supposed to pause. Ah, got it. So we are short. Oh, because somebody grabbed something from down there. But yeah, these are supposed to pause when we hit 60. Yeah, pause when satisfied. I guess it's because they took those. They're gonna keep making them until somebody throws these meals into a stockpile, essentially. So we're always gonna be a little bit over, I guess. But that's okay. That is fine. Who's eating this? Or where is it going? That's Jade. I wonder if the dogs are eating it. I mean, that's fine if the dogs want to eat it. We can't use it. I was going to turn it into kibble, but if they're going to eat it raw, that's fine too. It's not going to be as efficient, but it's not like we're for want of food right now. She's still cranking out components. What do I have that set to, by the way? To make to keep us up to 100, which it's going to be hard to do. We are using quite a lot of them for all these building projects, but she's actually keeping pretty good pace because we are only one less than we were before we made this, although these aren't particularly expensive components wise. But still, the fact that we made some stuff and we're at where we were before we made it, or at least very close, it's pretty solid. It means she's doing good work. Oh, so we actually hit some compacted machinery up here. That's going to be pretty handy. Definitely mean that we'll catch up on that component quota quicker. Ah, god damn it, I did it again. Alright, so yeah, these don't want to get hauled. And they clean that floor out pretty quickly. We are not actually really using limestone in this playthrough, so I don't know what we're going to use it for. Maybe we can make statues or something out of it. But honestly, we've had so much marble that we've just made everything out of marble, and I don't see any reason to stop doing that. I think marble statues make more sense than limestone, to be honest. I mean, in real life throughout history, you see a lot more. I mean, I don't know that you see probably more marble statues than limestone, but I don't know that I've seen enough statues to make an accurate assumption on that. So we just got a cargo pod with apparently it was only one, unless the rest landed off the map or something. But we got some EMP shells for mortars. If we ever build mortars, we probably will eventually, but yeah, we have some EMP shells now, so we'll see that those get hauled eventually. It's, you know, not really a rush or anything. Okay guys, so our away team has arrived at their destination, and it looks like we are dealing with at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies, potentially more, because there could be some inside there. How do we want to handle this? The various pistols and stuff don't have particularly good range, but this rifle does, so he needs to go down before anybody else. I could be pretty aggressive. Let's see. Let's get you to there for now, and we'll see what your range is. And we'll get everybody else moved up into that general area, but we don't want to get too close. Yeah, I mean, if we could snipe Fallish, that would make things a lot... Oh! Okay. 2 more people just walked out. This guy's got power armor, and it looks like a slug thrower. And then she has another one of those long-range rifles. Oh, she has power armor as well. This could get ugly. We might not have brought enough people here. Honestly, if they didn't have Star Wars weapons, this would be a lot easier, but since they do, it's going to be somewhat difficult for us. I may have to just, like, blitz Heth in there. Like, I wonder if I could get him around the back or something. That would be interesting. In fact, let's try that. So, Heth, come over here. And, yeah, work your way that way. Because he's going to be just an absolute wrecking ball. I guess we're engaging. I hope you're shooting at him. Yeah, I need you firing at that guy. Salt, are you engaging him as well? Looks like you are. Ox, I'm gonna move you to there. That should prevent you from being drawn into friendly fire, but if they decide to charge us, you might be able to get out and intercept it. I can't tell if that's what he's trying to do or not. Just, you're not behind cover though, are you? Get over there. Okay. Do me a favor, Master Force Lightning right there. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you're dead. Yeah, keep moving forward, and I need you guys to reevaluate your targets here, because they're rushing you at this point. Come on, keep moving, man. Keep moving. Don't let them pin you down. Ox, I might need you to go engage them. But heck, yeah, I need you moving, man. Because if you can, God, just get behind cover. Like, it's not that hard. Alright. So there's another one down. Ox, keep pushing forward. Kenta, just try not to shoot him, if you don't mind. You target there. Let's get some targeting here. I want you to come around this corner and force choke Valish. Okay, he's stunned. Go melee attack her. Yikes. Ox's brain injury has caused him to develop strange savant-like abilities. He got a brain injury? Got a blaster scar, but now he's a trauma savant, so apparently plus 50 manipulation. Okay. Well, we can fix his brain. That's not an issue. We've already fixed somebody else's. Kenta, do me a favor and start engaging over here. And since you have a better shot, keep shooting her. Okay, now engage over there. Do a force pull on her. Try to be quick about it. Yeah, every time they shoot him, he gets interrupted. There we go. And go after them. So they're fleeing. We've defeated the outpost, but there's still people here, so obviously we're gonna deal with that. Ox, yeah, go run in after him if you can. Kenta, I wish there was like a hunt function for people. I know that sounds kind of dark, but they don't pursue fleeing enemies very well. Wow, that was awful. Come on, Salt, don't let him get away. Alright, there's another one down. This guy's not dead. Are you any good, though? Prostaphobe, green thumb, abrasive. I mean, maybe he could be a prisoner, work for us. We can try to bring him back. It'll definitely slow us down, though. And let's see. Oh, you cut her head clean off? God damn. Okay, get after that guy. Okay. Oh, he's not dead either. He will be very soon, though. Oh, God. Whole right leg is gone. Neck is crushed. Psychically dull, nervous, and lazy. We might be able to put you to work, though. Okay, so we need to heal people. I don't think that our guys are in too bad a shape. Salt never even got hit. Ox has brain damage, but we can fix that, sort of. Please don't melee attack him. I don't want him dead. So yeah, nothing that won't immediately heal. In that case, let's get some... We need to go inside. I need you to breach that door for me. I don't think there's anybody inside, but we do need to create like a prisoner space for him. I wish we could just open the damn thing. Like, they've already abandoned the base. Alright. So what we're going to do is claim these for now. And we're going to make them prisoner. Oh, we can't. Oh, God. Is there any steel available? Is there any steel? We need to make a door. Anything will work, but we need to make a door. I guess, let's see. Will it let me just make these medical beds? And then can you... Yeah, I can't do that. So we need to door this off or something. I guess we could just wall it off. Like, do you have to... Okay, you can't get through there either. Well, how long would it take us to mine up some steel? Huh. There's not a whole lot on this map, unfortunately. I guess we could deconstruct these. That would go fairly quickly. And that would give us quite a bit. So let's undraft you. I need you deconstructing those sandbags. That'll give us enough steel for a door. We can build the door there, turn those into prisoner beds, drop Valish and who's the other one? Young? Into these beds and get them patched up and then take them back and either put them to work as prisoners or try to recruit them. Possibly both at the same time. Steel door. 25, so we need a little bit more from this. That's fine, we got plenty of sandbag around. Heth, stay on that if you don't mind. Ox, what are you up to, man? I need you to not do that, but fine. Kenta, are you any good at medicine? 3. We didn't bring a medic, did we? God. Alright, Kenta, it's gonna have to be you then. Can you tend to Ox? Just get him patched up. And then we'll treat you. Salt, come over here. You're gonna help me with this. That should be enough for our steel door. Oh, you know what? We need to do this. There. Because the pawns are stupid like that. And you didn't take any serious damage, right? Yeah. Oh, what are they doing? Who's causing trouble here? Oh, you failed construction. Alright. Is anything going on here? Did we get our power cell yet? Or do we... I think we have to wait for them to physically deliver it, right? Like, it's just not going to appear. That would be way too easy. I certainly don't see it, so yeah, I mean... Hopefully they don't, like, dump it on the doorstep. Oh, that's exactly what they did. They dumped it on the doorstep. Right, well, let's get that indoors. And I'm actually going to have it installed... where do we want to put it? We'll have it right there. And who is available to do that? Mars, can you do it? Because I don't want it sitting outside. Okay. Yeah, that's so funny. They just left it on the doorstep. Did they actually... Was there something else out there? No. I mean, yes, but not anything important. Okay, so build that damn door. Zash just leveled up. We'll handle that in a second. And this is going to be marked for prisoners. At the first opportunity. Ah, god damn it. Every time somebody walks through that. Okay, there we go. Do me a favor and go destroy that door now. I assume there's beds in there. We can use those for ourselves. Meanwhile, this is now a prisoner room. And let's see. Kenta. Capture. Ox. Capture. And you're going to break down that door. Hopefully there's somewhere for us to rest in there, but we don't have a ton of... I mean, we have enough food through them where we can actually hang out here for a day or two. And let's see. You're bleeding pretty badly. Kenta, can you take care of that? It's going to be rough. It's going to be real rough. Yeah, do me a favor and break all these open. Foundation material door? That's interesting. God, so much loot. So much loot. We're going to have a lot of blasters and stuff to bring back with us. I'm more excited about these, to be honest. That's actually not one that we've... Okay, that's where they eat. God, that's a pretty tight dining room. Yeah, we don't have one of these. I thought it was the other rifle, but it's not. So range is 42. Range on this one is slightly better at 45, yeah. But they're both pretty good. So... They actually have jade beds in here. That's pretty ridiculous. We might, yeah, we'll deconstruct those before we leave. In fact, we'll deconstruct a lot of this stuff because these heaters will drop components, and we definitely want to take that with us. And we'll make sure to loot just about everything and try to bring it back. Obviously, we can only carry so much, but, you know, we'll maximize what we take with us. You're free to, you know, do whatever you need to do. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. You guys don't need to see all this little, tedium stuff happening. And I will come back in the next episode with an update regarding this. And hopefully some feedback from you guys regarding, moving our base around and whatnot. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.